What's good? All right, look, we appreciate y'all tapping in with us, man. It's closing conversations. All right, every single Tuesday and Thursday, Thursdays at 5 p.m. EST, man. We're excited to be here today. I got my guy Brandon Barnes here with me. What we do on Tuesdays and Thursdays is we actually contact leads from our communities. Members of our communities have used our tool OfferBolt to go out, contact homeowners, find only homeowners who are interested in selling their property using the power of AI. And what we do here at the U is if you have a lead, you have an opportunity, and we can actually help call that lead for you. We do that on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So Brandon and myself will be making live calls to sellers today, seeing if we can get some opportunities locked up and do some business. Brandon, you want to introduce yourself, let people know who you are. Guys, make sure to hit like, subscribe, share, all those YouTube buttons, and tap in the comments, man. Let me know that you're here. Brandon, what up, man?
Yo, look, appreciate you guys for being here, pulling up, closing conversations. Been doing this for a while. Mr. Similar offers, Mr. Talk to people every day. And we want to do that exactly here so that you guys know how to go out and have these conversations, make it a little bit easier, make it less stressful for you to have these conversations with homeowners yourself. You know, whether you're cold calling, sending a text message, using OfferBolt, using the power of AI to engage these sellers. We want to get you to the point where you understand how we can get through and close these sellers, negotiate, pitch different deal options to them. And this is a place for you every Tuesday and Thursday. Appreciate y'all for being here. Excited to jump in. Let's get to it.
Absolutely, man. All right, I'm excited as well, man. I know we got some leads to call. Shout out to the U family in the building. Storm, Brandon, Teresa, I see you. Appreciate you all again. All right, hit subscribe, hit like, hit share. Brandon, first call's on you, man. I'm gonna let you go ahead and start rocking and rolling. Let me know who you're gonna call, and I'll get ready. Let me get a phone charger, and I'll get ready. I'll get ready to jump in on whoever you don't happen to catch.
Yeah, I'm gonna start with Emanuel. I think he might be ready to speak with us now. This is a lead. Ooh, this is Norfolk, Virginia. You sure you don't want this one?
Yeah, I can hit him. I think I called him the other day, but yeah. Let me talk to him.
Yeah, he said he was ready after 5 today.
So yeah, I tried him the other day. He ended up calling me back like late at night, and I told him we needed to catch back up actually. Okay. So let me do that. Hold on a second.
What's this other one? I got David Jackson I could pull up. So that one's Emanuel, EMM. Annual. And then I'm going to queue up the next one.
Yeah, I'm pulling this up right now. All right, I see Maria's here. SB, what up? My guy Larry Kai is in here. All right, the fam is in the building, man.
Definitely.
All right. Last name starts with an N, right? Yeah. All right. Let me know that you can hear this. All right. By the way.
But.
Hello.
Hey, Emanuel. This is Chris giving you a call. I know we've been trying to catch each other over on Forgetown. Hey, how you doing, man?
All right.
Cool. Well, look, I wanted to connect with you, obviously, on the property and see if there was an opportunity for us to get something figured out. I know that you kind of gave us some information before, just kind of on what was going on with the property in terms of you replaced the roof, I think, last year. You've done some HVAC work. But I know you had a price in mind. What was that price that you felt like you needed to be at for it to make sense for you again?
I was looking for 200.
All right, you would sell it for 200?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Have you gotten some offers already so far, or where you kind of been at on that? You said you. Brandon, can you hear this?
Turn it up a little bit.
You said you haven't put it on the market yet?
No.
I got you. So look, I mean, we're direct buyers. We're looking at a couple of different properties in the neighborhood right now. I'm definitely mostly interested in your property if there's an opportunity to make something work. If I'm not the right buyer for you, I've got a couple other properties nearby that I could make a move on that would make sense. I'm not too far off from you on the 200,000. Do you have some flexibility in that number? If not, I do have an option where it's not necessarily a cash offer, but we could maybe talk about some other options that can kind of help me get closer, to your price. But as far as cash and doing something quickly, I would need a little flexibility. I mean, where are you kind of at, I guess, with that?
So, I don't understand what you're saying. You say what? What again? The cash offer is what?
Yeah. So if I did a cash offer, I'd be less than 200,000. I don't want to feel like, I'm insulting you or, anything like that. So I'm just telling you, it'd be a little bit lower than the 200 cash. If you're saying, hey, Chris, like I gotta be at 200 for this to make sense for me, I have an option that I could go over with you to help me get closer to that price is kind of what I'm saying.
Okay, what is the option you said?
Yeah. So one of the options is the property vacant right now, or what's kind of the situation there?
I have a tenant in there right now.
Got you. And what is the tenant paying? Are they like month to month, or what's the deal?
They're month to month right now, yeah.
Month to month. Okay. Now, I mean, just kind of shooting it straight. They've been a good tenant, Emanuel, or they kind of giving you some headache over time. There's somebody I need to move out.
No, because they're okay. Because this Section 8, so they do this every time.
Oh, you got a Section 8 tenant in there, and they're paying 1,800, right?
Yeah, they pay 1,800, yes.
Okay. What's ultimately making you want to sell, I guess, at the moment, though?
You said how much?
What's making you want to sell?
I'm just getting the retirement, and my kids grown, and that's it.
Got you.
It's not push comes to shove. I just, let it go. I mean, right now, it's not, I'm not under any kind of pressure.
Understood.
Yeah.
So if you can make a good deal, you'll make a deal, but if not, it's not the end of the world, basically.
Yeah.
I got you. How much work? I mean, I know you got the Section 8 tenant in there. I'd be interested in keeping the tenant potentially in place and purchasing it from you. In terms of kind of, I guess, price, Emanuel, cash wise, I would be, and I'm going to explain the other options to you still, but, cash wise, I'd be kind of in the lower, 180s for it to make sense for me. And it sounds like that might be too far off for you. On the creative side of it, there's a scenario where do you have a mortgage on it right now, or do you own it free and clear, I guess?
No, I have a mortgage, a very small mortgage on it.
Got you. So there's an option where, we could come in and potentially move the tenant out or keep the tenant in place. Are they on a annual lease or month to month? I can't remember what you said a second ago.
I think it was month to month now because they've been there. This is the second year they've been in there.
Got it. Do you have are you open to, if I was interested in taking over your existing mortgage and then doing a second note with you and sending monthly payments to you? You don't have to worry about maintenance, taxes, insurance, anything like that. That would all be my responsibility. You would essentially just be getting true mailbox passive income, and everything else would be, my responsibility. And I would essentially have a note with you. Is that something you have some openness to, or would you rather kind of talk more about the cash?
No, I don't want to. I want to, when I leave there, I'm done with it. I don't want to.
Sure. That's understandable. I mean, I guess, Emanuel, I'm definitely interested, man, but I don't want to feel like I'm shooting you a bad number. I mean, do you have any flexibility? I'm around the 182 mark, 180. I mean, do you have any flexibility at all in terms of what you can do price wise?
Let me think about it. Just give me your offer, and I'll go and think about it, and then we can come and talk later.
I got you. Well, here's why I'm asking you that. I'm not necessarily saying, hey, I want you to, have to sit on it. I've got a partner that I could have a quick conversation with and see what we can do to maybe potentially increase the number. I'm just trying to understand where you need to be so I can kind of see what I can do on my end to make something work with you. Like I said, I'm looking at a couple other properties in the neighborhood. So if I'm not the right buyer for you here, I do want to try to pick something else up potentially this week, or through the weekend. So that's kind of why I'm asking, now. So, I mean, what's a number that if we were to say, hey, today we'll do a deal, make something work, move it towards closing, what's a number, I guess, less 200,000 that you feel like you could live with, or is that number doesn't exist?
If I go off of the property about 5,000, I could go off on it, and then let me go and add my numbers together. Because I did it, I sold for on the one I have.
Yo, what do you think this could sell for?
I'm checking now.
Gotcha. So yeah, I'm here. So you'd be able to come down, it sounds like, to 195, you're saying?
Yeah. But like I said, I sold one last year for 230.
Oh, you did? Yeah, I mean, you know how it is right now, man. Obviously, the market's changing, different things are going on. It's hard to know exactly, what things are going to look like in the next 6 to 12 months. So, I'm sure you understand, man. We want to be a little conservative on our end. Obviously, we're taking on the future risk and doing something. So, one other question, Emanuel, I guess I'd have is, if another scenario, if I could get to the 195, but I would need 3 months, so basically 90 days to close on it, I would work with the tenant, help relocate them to, maybe another property we have, or help them find something else. But the 3 months would allow me to come in, do some renovations to the property, kind of get it, kind of fully repaired and kind of ready to go on the market. I'd take care of the closing cost, any realtor fees. Anything I sell it for after that over the 195, I would keep. And then you would obviously get the 195 in 90 days. Is that something you're open to versus, making something work cash wise?
Wow, that's something I gotta think of.
Yeah, because the reason I'm proposing that is because, like that extra $10,000 or $15,000 I'd pay you to make the 195 work for you. Like, that's money that would cost me normally in like interest cost, carry cost, things of that nature. So I'm proposing that because if you were willing to give me the 90 days, I could save that money and use it to put into the property and kind of get you the higher price. It's kind of why I'm, kind of throwing that at you to see if it makes sense.
Yeah. Let me think through it and see whether that works for me or not.
Okay. How much time you feel like you need to think through it?
Maybe by the weekend.
Okay. And I'm just curious, I guess, Emanuel, if I was agreeable to the 195, not saying that I'm able to be, but if I was, I mean, are you in a position where, if I can make that work, you're ready to do something, kind of right away, or you're not really kind of serious about it at the moment?
No, I'm ready. I mean, if that's the thing, but like I said, I don't know yet. I don't know. Let me think.
So how about I got you. How about we do this? Do you have a second? I'm going to run across the hall, talk to Brandon, and see what we might be able to do on the price. I don't want to waste your time, man. I mean, if I can't come up on the number, I just want to let you know so that if you got other options, you can pursue it. But if you give me a quick second and I can put you on hold, I'll holler at Brandon real quick, see what I might be able to do. And that way you at least know. And if we can do business, we can do business. If not, we're on the same page. You got a quick second? I can put you on a brief hold, man?
Yeah.
All right. Hang tight 1 second. All right. What you think, man? I feel like 195 is threading the needle.
It definitely is. I had to go back 2 years to find a sale in that complex.
Yeah.
There's 4 of them, 191, 210, 223, and 193. And I had to go back 2 years to find that, like within 2 years.
Yeah, it's a follow-up.
Yeah.
It's because the numbers just won't. That's what it sounds like, right? The numbers won't. I'm not looking at it, so
Yeah, like so all these are like a year plus. 223. There's no description in the
that's
sale,
223 fully renovated though.
but that's probably it. Yeah. So maybe you novate it on the market. Maybe you can approach that number, but you would want to be at
The novation is going to be hard because he's got the Section 8 tenant, and he's it's just too risky on his side.
Yeah,
and I get that.
Willing to go to like 180, 170.
Yeah, I'm gonna put him as a follow up. I'm just gonna stick at the 185 and see what we could do. Hold on 1 second.
Right.
Hey, Emanuel. Yeah, man. The best I can do at the moment is I could get to 185, but I could take care of the closing costs. There's obviously no commissions, or anything like that. I know that's a bit short of where you want to be. But again, it's you're not paying 3 or 6% in sales or listing commissions, and I'd be willing to take care of again the closing cost as well. How do you feel about that?
185 is really.
Yeah, 185, but I'm taking care of the closing costs, and like I said, it's not like if you were to sell it, Emanuel, at 195. Just with 6% realtor commissions, I mean, that's 11,700 by itself, plus closing cost. I'm saving you from having to not deal with any commissions or anything like that. I'm buying it from you directly, and I'll pay for the cost of closing to increase the net cost to you or profit to you, so we can get you kind of, a true 195 on it. I mean, a 185 on it. I'm sorry.
Can I think about it?
Yeah, for sure, man. I don't want you to feel like you gotta, yes or no it right now if you're not sure. I guess my only ask would be just me being transparent. I do have another seller that I'm talking to on Saturday that is ready to go in the neighborhood, and just being straight up, it's not as good of a deal. You've already done a little bit of work to the property, have it in kind of a decent condition. This one, I can pay less for it, but it needs a lot of work to get it in shape. So I'd prefer to do something with you, but if we're not going to do something, I don't want to miss out on the other opportunity, So do you think we could talk, before Saturday? And again, if we can do business, we can. If you got to tell me, hey, Chris, it doesn't work, that's fine too. But I just don't want to lose out on this other opportunity if you and I can't do something.
No, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, cool. All right, well, give me a shout because you called me yesterday, I think. Like last night, I was tied up, I think, right?
Yeah, I was looking at the numbers. I'm like, okay, who is this up? But yeah, it called the wife. So I was
trying to catch you, man. I was trying to catch you. That's all.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's touch base tomorrow. I'll give you a call if I don't hear from you, maybe around this time. But shoot me a text, give me a call, even if it's to say, Chris, I just can't make it work. But if you can, after you think about it, we can get something done, make it simple for you. And again, like I said, we're real serious, man. So hopefully we could do something together.
Okay, that'll be good.
All right, boss. I hope you have a good night. I'll talk to you tomorrow. All right, man.
All right, thanks.
All right, man. All right, bye. All right, so look, here's the deal with this dude. He's a seller for sure. He's on the fence. He wants to say yes, but he's having an internal fight. Now, here's an important lesson in closing. All right, I had to recognize that because most people in that scenario, Brandon, you know what they would do? They'd keep pushing to try to close it in one call. All right, we've already followed up with this guy a couple of times. He's been a little bit elusive. I tied him back down multiple times in the conversation. All right, I asked him also multiple times, is he sure that he wants to sell the property? So he's just wrestling with the 195 and the 185. I saw that, which is why, guys, I then started referencing the closing cost and the seller commissions if he was to sell it himself. He said in the top of the call he had no other offers, if y'all caught that. So I feel like I got him in a really good spot. I feel like I tied him down really strong. I don't feel like the deal is healthy enough to try to keep pressing up on price.
Yeah.
Does it make sense as a novation? There's a Section 8 tenant in there. At 185, we could definitely sell this to somebody that would take it as a Section 8 buyer, keep the tenant in place. Somebody will probably pay close to 200,000 for that, maybe a little bit less.
Mm-hmm.
I think the 195 probably he's looking for. So it's probably a $10,000 spread. Good opportunity. We'll see what happens with that one, man.
Yeah, and explain for the folks that are watching right now, like when you say you tied them down multiple times, like what exactly is a tie down piece?
Yeah, so like when I'm saying I'm tying them down, I'm trying to create a level of urgency. That's why I kept referencing these other properties that I'm looking at, and there were multiple pockets in there where I'm asking them, hey, like I think I said something to the effect of, hey, if I was willing to do that, like, would you, are you really serious about selling the property? And he's like, yeah. No, I'm really serious. I really want to sell it. And if you think about it, and this is why paying attention on calls, y'all, is important. Earlier in the call, top of the call, what is he saying? If y'all heard it, he's saying how doesn't need to sell, not the end of the world, da 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 da. He wouldn't have been that engaged in the conversation of selling, because I did press a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
If he didn't have an underlying motivation. And if y'all caught, he shared his motivation, his true motivation, which is he wants to retire, spend more time with his kids. So when I follow up with him tomorrow, I'll be twisting the knife, if you will, around and retiring, da 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 da. Hey man, look, is the difference of $10,000 really, worth not getting fully retired, not spending more time with your kids? Are we that far apart? And I should just maybe check back in with you in a couple of months and see if something's changed, not knowing how the market's going to be. So like, kind of working it in that way.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to have, call patience. Again, a lot of people are gung-ho. They're like trying to get that deal in the first call. Cycle them to a second call, man, and see what you can do.
Yeah. Love it. And I know Tiff had asked about the timeline. So most of those sales that I listed out were all in 2023. One was later 2023, and I was like at 191. But a few of them were a little bit earlier. So not a full 2 years plus, like within 2 years were some of those sales. And, you had pivoted once you realized that, hey, Novation is not going to work here. You had pivoted really to a cash offer. Like, hey, I'm going to drop it a little less than your ask, and it's just going to be a straight cash offer. So that was good. That was good.
Absolutely. All right. I just put notes on that one. So they're good to go. You got one you want to jump in on?
Yeah, I'm going to call this Miss Britney Reed. This is Deb's lead here in Atlanta.
Shout out Miss Deb.
Mm-hmm. She's working.
This is another one from Miss Deb.
Yeah. I think this might be another Section 8 situation.
Hello.
Hey there, Ms. Brittany.
Yes, this is her.
Hey, this is Brandon. I appreciate you taking some time. I was calling you back about Camden Court. Cam Field, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I forgot about that.
Yeah, no worries. Look, I just wanted to check in with you, touch base. And I know that you had mentioned to my partner, Deb, that you were still interested in selling that property. I was just wondering, how much were you hoping to get for it?
So I am an agent. So I've run the comps a couple times, and I've talked to a couple other agents, and what I want for it, I probably won't get, but I would like somewhere between 140 and 150. It definitely, it's not it's livable. She's lived there. She upkeeps it. She takes care of it, but it's been a rental for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, not of course been taken care of like it would be someone's home.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had any major issues. Like I said, I paid for the new HVAC furnace. They what's the word I'm looking for? Everything is new in terms of that system.
Okay.
The roof I replaced when I bought it in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I've had no issues. Tenant's amazing on Section 8. So there's really no reason that I need to sell it. It's kind of just, I'm like, I kind of want to just pull my money out and do something else.
Yeah. Yeah. And it looks like you got a really good deal on it.
I did. That was before, that was right before COVID hit and everything like skyrocketed. I mean, like you couldn't find something for under $100,000 in Atlanta that's livable, you know, like back then you could, but now you can't. So,
and I recognize the out of town area code. Are you in Atlanta or are you out of the state?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I'm from New York. I've just honestly never changed my number, but I live in Atlanta. I've been here 10, 11 years now.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I'm from here as well. Spent some time up north. But I'm very familiar with that little pocket, that Florida Heights neighborhood. I got a buddy that did a really nice renovation. The thing about that area is like most of the properties in that little pocket are small. And so when we look at doing renovations, we're most likely, going to increase the square footage. I think this one is showing what, a 800.
It's like 800 square feet. Yeah, it's very tiny.
Yeah. I'm wondering how much is Section 8 paying over there?
So it's definitely below market, but my mortgage is so low. So I actually just put in for an increase up to $1,300. That's the max that I can get in that section. And also, she was laid off or fired from her job not too long ago. So I know that she can't contribute to any rent. So it's definitely extremely below market. Like if someone wants to renovate it, increase that rent, you could probably do very well. My situation, I love her. So it was kind of one of those things where it's like, if it's not broken, don't fix it. I'm just kind of let her stay there. I've made money because my mortgage is so low, but I know someone picking it up is not going to have that same scenario. So
yeah. And I mean, look, we do everything that we can also to try to keep tenants in place as much as possible, especially if it's Section 8 and it's a good situation. We can do that. So yeah, I'll be looking at this at a few different angles, and I think
she did tell me like she loves me. So she was like, if you ever sell and you're not my landlord, then I'm moving. So I don't think that I don't think that she'd want to stay. I think she's getting older. She wants something that has no stairs.
Loving them tenants is crazy.
Yeah.
I know it's extremely painful, especially for someone in that situation anyway. So
For sure. Well, look, I think it's something, I mean, we're always looking to pick up good deals. And I know you got a really good deal on this. Your asking price isn't unreasonable, especially since you've done some work to it. I don't know if you have any recent photos of the property, just so I can get a feel for the layout.
Do you have access to that MLS?
Yes, I do.
So the old listing, when I purchased it, all the photos that are on there, it literally looks the exact same, except it has a newer roof. The inside, other than like her removing some of the furniture in the photos, there's nothing. Oh my gosh, I don't know what that noise is. There's nothing different. So those photos, I think you can get a pretty good gauge. I will say the siding, and this is one thing that I have not wanted to take on, solely because I think once you start peeling things back,
you find
it's going to
more.
be like, yeah. And so when AHA did their last inspection, there was a couple items that they noted that I needed to fix, but she's like really cool with the inspector. And so he was like, okay, I'll take your word for it that she'll fix it. So they passed me. The one thing that was on there was the siding, and it's wood siding. So some of it is starting to rot. And I just, unless I'm going to fully renovate that house and like completely turn it around myself, which I don't know that I want to take that on, I am not going to take that back.
All right, somebody going for the kill.
All right, let's see what we get.
I would say the siding needs some work.
Yeah.
But the inside looks exactly like those pictures on the listing.
Okay. Cool. Well, look, I mean, it's a great property. You're taking care of it. You and the tenant, it sounds like you have a really good relationship. I know you're trying to pull maybe some money out. Is there any other, reason that you would want to sell at this point? Because I want to get you a good deal. I want to make a good deal with you and get you an offer. 140 is going to be a little tough, but I'm in that ballpark. So I'm trying to get a feel for where I would need to be so that we can actually, move forward now, at least on paper, and see if we can put something together.
So I was actually just telling my friend who is an agent too, I was like, I don't think I would ever actually list it, but if we like found someone and the offer was right, I would possibly consider it. So I mean, I can suggest if you want to send an offer over, I can like review it and figure out if it's something that I want to move forward with. I do know that like I would like to sell it. I started a business last year. And so I think it would just give me a little peace of mind to get my money out of it and have it a little bit more accessible. So that's like kind of my thought process on it. But again, like I don't need to sell it. I don't necessarily need that money. It would just kind of be like a nice safety net for me.
Yeah. So if I came in at like, my gut was saying 120 to start.
I don't know. I know that that's probably the number that I'm going to have to eventually take, but I just don't know. Like, I just don't need to sell it. And I feel like that area is turning around, especially it being on the west side. So I don't know. I would really just have to think about it. If you want to send an offer over or like an email with just like verbal terms, you can do that. And I can just like review it and sit on it for a sec.
Mm-hmm. Well, like I said, I mean, and what I would do is, I mean, I get you an offer, no crazy terms. I mean, I could do it on a GAR, or, my wife's a realtor, or I could just do like a straightforward agreement with you, but nothing crazy. I would be the one purchasing the home. We're serious. Like I said, I got a buddy that is just finishing up a really great project over there. We have to put a lot into these, new construction homes, and you really got to make them nice. The market right now, folks aren't buying stuff unless it's like perfect. So I know I'm going to be putting a lot into this. And I just want to make sure I put my money in projects that I know are winning projects. And I'd love to get a feel for like the number that would have you, considering it and wanting to move forward now.
Like right now, right this second?
Mm-hmm. That number.
I don't 180.
We going the wrong way.
I know. No, honestly, I mean, I really think like 140 would really be closer to where I'd like to get. But I mean, I totally understand like from your perspective too, that obviously it needs to make sense for you. So honestly, it would probably have to come up a little bit.
Okay. So like 125?
No. I don't know. Like, I don't think so, because it's just really hard for me. I'm like, is this a good decision for me to sell, or should I keep it? Like, I really can't decide. That's why I'm like, if I got what I'm looking for, then I would really consider. But until then, like, I mean, I get calls literally every second of the day. It's so annoying.
No,
and I was just doing nothing yesterday when you guys texted me. Mm-hmm. So you caught me at the right time. But, yeah, I don't know.
And a lot of those are from like newbie investors. They're folks trying to learn the game and get into the business. They're probably looking to partner with somebody. we would be actually taking this down ourselves. And we're real investors, and I've done a bunch of projects.
Where do you hold your license? Who's your broker?
My wife's at Keller Williams West.
Okay.
Vanessa
West
Barnes.
Atlanta,
West Atlanta. Yeah, Courtney Newton. She's a good friend of mine.
Oh yeah.
Have you know her?
So I have a transaction coordination business. And so I have about like 40 something agents, but all of those names sound very familiar. I follow them on Instagram, but I don't work with any of them.
Yeah, I think Courtney just opened up her own transaction coordination. She was trying to get me to invest to become a partner. It wasn't something I was doing at the time, but yeah, she's one of the biggest agents, mainly in Cobb County, and really good friend. We've done a lot of deals together over the years. And, she can definitely put in a good word. So you'd know, hey, you'd be selling to somebody that's actually going to perform. And, I want to make this work with you. I can send over an offer. The thing about what you were saying about, hey, not wanting to sell now versus the future and what's coming is the only thing that's kind of limiting on this property is the size of it. Like, the market's moving slow. It's kind of moving sideways right now. Even if it starts to take off, 2-1s in Atlanta, there's not like the growth of that, space, that market for 2-1s isn't going to be as extravagant as, some of the more, sizable properties, 3-2s, 1,500 square feet and above. So I think it was a really solid investment, especially at the price that you got it for. You made some money. You can cash out with a nice, nest egg from it. I could probably make this work at 130, but that's kind of getting to the tippy top for me.
Yeah. Honestly, if you want to send over an offer for 130, I will totally actually consider.
Okay.
But I feel like I'm at the point right now where I can't give a verbal yes. I need to see it in my email and sit on it for a sec.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
I do like that you are local, and we have not mutual connections because I don't actually know them, but I know of these people. So I know half of the calls I get are from companies or just I don't even know who they are, honestly. That's robocalls.
For sure. Well, yeah, I mean, if you're ever around, Keller Williams, West Atlanta, I actually did a presentations about how investors and agents can work together at Keller Williams West at their office in Smyrna. So
nice.
You can definitely check in. And like I said, I'd love to work with you. Do you have any other rental properties or anything else or is this just the one that you're looking at right now?
So I bought a new construction townhome in Lithonia in 2021, and I would love to make that a rental, but I moved into it. I absolutely hate the area, but I feel like the area is a good rental area. A lot of people rent over there.
Yeah, I agree.
But my thing is kind of I've had such I got so blessed with her as a tenant, and I see nightmare stories of tenants, and I don't know, part of me just gets a little nervous to
so I'm gonna go and wrap this out, but makes sense.
Yeah, I actually want to sell both houses, and I want to move closer to the city because I just hate that area, but the thought of doing that and moving is just makes me want to.
Well, look, you probably got about 4 or 5 years until that construction at 285 and 20 is done. So, you might want to get out now before things finish up over there. And if we can put this deal together, I would definitely be interested. I grew up over there.
Did you?
Yeah. Oh, Stone Mountain, but I played basketball in Lithonia. I would definitely love to look at it.
Redan. You know where Redan is?
Redan
Park, the rec center.
Yes, right by Redan Elementary.
Yeah, if you go down Phillips
Mm-hmm.
It's a new townhome community from Rockland Homes. It's right across from the park.
Yeah, my sister-in-law used to work at Rockland, but I'm familiar. I went to Redan Elementary before going to Chambly, Kittredge and Chambly. So yeah, I'm familiar with the area. And yeah, I would love to help you with that. But yeah, let's try to make this one work. I'm gonna get the offer over to you in writing. I'll send it over. Actually, do you have an email address that I can send it to?
Yeah. If you want to, is this your cell phone?
Yes.
If you want to send me a text, I can respond with my email.
Okay, perfect.
All right. Well, thanks for calling, and I'll look out for your email.
Okay, good deal. Thanks, Brittany.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, talk to you soon.
All
right, bye. Cool.
Hey, I ain't gonna hold you. That was a good call.
Yeah,
that was a good call. The credibility, you was kind of dancing in the end zone with the credibility. Like it was, the credibility was just so good.
Yo, you know that's my city though.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, you can't do nothing with that. Like, what's she gonna say with that?
Right.
I thought that was strong, man. Talk us through real quick, like what your thought process was through the call. You know, what your thought process post call. Man, this was like a sports interview. Take us through your game.
Yeah, man, that Florida Heights area, like I was telling her, actually my guy that I did the presentation to Keller Williams West Atlanta with, he did a project over there and he had to like blow out the whole backside and you know, do a full extension. All of those houses in Florida Heights are super small, but I see one that just sold, the most recent sale sold before that at 140. And I always tell people, like, it's easy to look for the sale before the sale. If you see something that sold really recently before it ultimately sold fully fixed up, you know that's where a cash buyer bought it at. And so based off of that, and then another sale that was at 145, I feel like that's probably the number, especially since she's done some stuff to it, newer roof and everything. So I can probably get it sold right around 140, hopefully. And so I tried to inch up to get her to bite. You know what I mean?
I know. She's right there though. She's right there.
She is. I mean, but you never know. Like, I'm looking for the sale, but like it doesn't necessarily mean I can sell this at 140, but it's likely 140, 145. And so I really wanted to get her at 120. And I felt like that'll definitely be a deal all day. But you know, she's kind of married to that number. Once you send that agreement, it helps.
Because it makes it real.
Yeah, and you remember the Audrey Lee, the triplex we got in Birmingham right now, she didn't want to do anything with us until we sent the agreement. I think the offer originally was like 150. I made a verbal over the phone. I talked to you. You was like, bro, I think we need to be at 130. And so I sent it at 130 and texted her, hey, you know, unfortunately we weren't able to get 150. I sent it over best we could. And she said, look, I'm ready to be done. And she signed at 130 with no extra negotiation. So I kind of feel like this might be one of those situations where we can send the offer, strong terms, remove any, you know, wholesale inspection language out of your agreement and just plan to double close it or take it down and list it. So I think it's something that could work out. You know, I'm gonna just call up the buyers and see what they're looking like over there and try to make this work, man.
No doubt. Good stuff, man. Good call. All right, let's keep the motion going. I got one. John been trying to get me to talk to this person for like a week. And I've been trying to call this person, and no dice. So let me see.
What was the name again?
Was it Thomas? I think. Hold on. Yeah, Thomas. Thomas is the first name.
Okay.
All right, let's see what we can get shaking in this ting, man. All right, we got 2 good calls so far, Brendan.
Yeah. All right, off the bat.
I think we got one in a possible. All right, I think I got a strong possible, maybe 2 possibles. I think we got 2 strong possibles. And I mean, I feel like we're 2 for 2 at the moment. No contracts per se.
Oh yeah.
But the vibes is vibing. They on the way. She was, shout out to the wife Vanessa. All right, but I can't remember the seller's name. She was feeling the vibes.
Yeah,
feeling the vibes. Like, oh,
yeah,
yeah, like I just did a presentation.
You gotta pull it out.
You got to, man. You gotta use what you got. You gotta use what you got. All right? And I did hear chat. I don't know if y'all heard this or not. All right, chat, tap in with me. I did hear, and no judgment, but I did hear Charged Up After Dark branding come through. All right, I did. I just saying I heard it. Look, you got to use the vibe.
That she wanted to just,
she was ready to go.
Somebody real, right?
Yeah. And that's why the reason I'm saying that, right, is like the credibility is so important in these conversations. Because there's a theme here. If you guys pay attention here, every Tuesday and Thursday when we're doing this, a lot of times in this day and age, Brandon, is coming up where people have this distrust up front for wholesalers. Mm-hmm. A lot of people are getting a lot of phone calls. A lot of times when you're calling absentee, you're catching people that own additional properties and stuff like that. And so you guys got to be cognizant that you're calling people that are aware that wholesaling exists sometimes. Mm-hmm. And, I've heard calls before where, people say, hey, are you a wholesaler or something like that? And people kind of get frazzled and get a little, me, I'm like, nah, I can't stand them.
Exactly.
Can't stand them little wholesalers, man.
And I know that sometimes we're with me and you doing this and on the phone, like, yeah, we have the credibility, we have the ability to, take something down. But even if you're just getting started, like there's ways that you can close on the property and so they don't see some assignment,
Right.
I've plenty of times used private money to actually take something down and resell it if it was a great deal. If not, just double close it, right? So, know you have that in your back pocket where they don't have to know, exactly how you're putting the deal together, but you're closing on it, right? That's the most important part.
100%. So good lead. All right. Shout out to Tiff. Tiff is tapped in with us right now. For Tiff from the U fam. She said her son got in the car. He said, "You on the phone about them houses again?" All right. Hey, shout out to Tiff's son if he's listening, man. Hey, we moving these houses. Your mom's doing her thing. Hey, man, you better pay attention to what your mom's doing. All right. She's doing it for real. Right. All right. So I'm gonna call this guy Thomas. He's ready to rock. Allegedly. Now here's the thing. I want to stage this up just a little bit real quick. This is a good lead here in the Richmond area. It's a good lead. The problem here is that the house does not, and Brandon, you see this sometimes, the house does not look like the rest of the houses in the neighborhood. Okay. And you have a seller, of course, who wants a price based on what everything else is selling in the neighborhood. So this house literally
is it one of them crazy looking unique houses?
It is kind of crazy looking unique, but not over the top. You know what it looks like? I don't know if you ever seen like those like wood paneling looking buildings or houses.
Yeah.
It's like some lawyer from the 80s, made some money. He wanted to move to a nice part of town. Yeah, he got the little green awning, the wood panel building. So, he got a lot going on. I see Dean is in the chat. He says the home is unique. Look, I'd say it looks ridiculous. All right. But let's see how me and him can hopefully get him on the phone this time. Every time I call him, he never answers. So let's see what we got. I'm gonna double tap if you don't answer. Try him again. right, no dice again on him. This guy, I can never get this guy to answer the phone, man. I don't know what the deal is, man. He said he would call me back on Tuesday. Never hit me back. All
Real
right.
quick, on that last one, so like I said, I feel like 140, 145 could work. My number was 120. I inched up 125 to 130. I'm thinking like if I should send it at 130 or if I should drop it back down to 125.
I would do 130. All right. But you could do one. I would do the 130 personally, because I think her tone shifted a little bit, because that's when she started chasing you sending the contract. That's when she was like, basically like, hey, make sure you send it. Mm-hmm. So I would push up 130 on it, but I would put a contract response time on it. Mm-hmm. So let's send it out and maybe put 48 hours on it or something. Mm-hmm. Put her under a little bit of pressure, and then when you send it, hit her with that. I use this line a lot, like, hey, I just want to be transparent, because it's true, right? Like, I'm looking at a couple other properties in the neighborhood. I'm really interested in yours and would prefer to make a deal here. If you don't think we can do something, I'd rather you just tell me so I don't lose out on this other opportunity, because I can only pick up one of them. Mm-hmm. And let's see if we can tie her down and get something done.
Yeah, you love that scarcity play, huh?
Yeah, it just works, because when you talk to these people, man, they feel like they got forever to make a decision with you.
That's real.
And I like to apply a little pressure and get them to not, try to take forever, because these people will literally just get offer after offer from everybody they talk to. And, if you take that power frame like you did in that call with that level of credibility, she's already seeing you in a higher viewpoint than anybody else she's ever had a conversation with. Mm-hmm. Power of relationships and social media, because these people she looks up to. Mm-hmm. So I think she bites on the 130. If we create some urgency with it, she'll bite on the 130. I think 100%. Because if she's scared you'll go away, I think she's gonna take that. Yeah, she's gonna take that. She's gonna take that. Can I repeat that pullback? I just do something, Kai. Shout out to Kai. I just do something where I'm kind of, how did I say that just now? Like, I'm pulling back and creating urgency around other properties in the area I'm looking at. So, Kai, I'll say something like, hey, I'm looking at some other properties right now in the area, Kai. I really want to make something work with you. I can only pick up one of these properties I'm looking at, and I have to get back to these other folks by Sunday or Monday at the latest. So I need to be able to figure out if we're really going to do something together or not. I'd prefer to do a deal with you, but if we can't come to an agreement, or this isn't going to make sense and you're just going to tell me no, don't feel like you're hurting my feelings, Kai. Just tell me it doesn't make sense so I don't miss out on something else over here. And usually when you hit somebody with that, it has enough impact where they're like, okay, they're going to tell you whether or not you should really try to pursue the contract with them, or if you should. All right. Brandon, I'll keep rolling. Let me grab somebody else.
I have one for you.
All right. What you got?
I think you should try. There was a VA, maybe Nora Kiger.
Yeah, high end VA lead. All right, that's one of our leads.
That's one of ours, but yeah, I think she like inherited the property, so she got money, don't need no money, one of them types. But she gave a number, and it's a strong area. Probably the CIA live up over there or something. I'll be thinking about that when I be seeing them shows, like all of them in Virginia.
Man, they be out here too, man. They be out here.
But yeah, she has a tenant that's paying pretty well. So yeah, check that one out. I think that'll be a good one for you.
All right, cool. All right, and am I going in cold, or you already spoke with her?
I think Lex did. It was either Lex or Paul via SMS. I don't know if they talked on the phone.
Yeah, I see it. It was Paul. All right, it looks like they didn't catch each other. So let's she wants 368 for it. Let's see. Hold on 1 second. Tenants would love to stay or leave.
She said I could do a quick close if you like.
All right, so here's my play. So you guys know going in. All right. She talking real heavy in these text messages.
Yeah.
Real heavy. She saying she don't need the money. She owes nothing on the property. Basically saying she want to sell it not because she need the money from selling. She just don't feel like dealing with it. Okay. So I think that's a positive. That kind of tells me there's probably something unenjoyable about the management process with the tenant for her, whether it's maintenance, whatever the case might be. So I'm going to try to pin her with a cash offer, and I'm going to try to move her to actually a creative seller finance offer where I can make payments to her or something like that, or maybe even an ovation depending on her price. So let's see kind of what energy we get from Nora. I already know she's going to be talking to me heavy, man. I might got to send her proof of funds, man.
All right. It sounds like one of the ones.
All right, let's see, Nora.
Pull next. We got this foreclosure next.
All right, I'm calling her now.
Right.
Hey, see if you can find an MAO on it too. I'm gonna try to look it up as well. Banged on me. Hold on.
Back. No, that's Chay.
All right, we're not getting up with her.
Oh, real quick.
What's that?
Hey, Chay. Hey, good. Look, let me call you on my other phone real quick. Give me 2 seconds. All right, bet. That's the one we got under contract. I can call him back now.
All right, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna keep rolling down the list we got. We got some more to knock out.
You want to hear it?
Oh yeah, you about to call that one right there?
Yeah.
What's what you got going on with this one?
So this is one we have under contract. He has another property. I don't think he claimed he went under contract. I don't think he sold it, but we're trying to work through the squatter tenant situation right now. So I mean, it might be good. I think the only reason that it makes sense to call him live is that he still has this other property, and we might need to renegotiate the one that we're working on with them. So let me see if how this conversation goes. If it's going left, I'll end it quick.
All right, bet.
Hello?
Hey, Chay, how's it going?
Hey, man, good. How you doing?
Good.
Good.
What's the update? What's going on?
Yeah, so I'm trying to just sign. Hold on here. Let me show you my earpiece. Hold on.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting my lawyer to help me to fill out that paperwork because I'm not that familiar with it. Are you familiar with it? On doing that?
No, I haven't done it in Florida before, but I heard that it's a quicker process than what you would do for like a full-on eviction.
Right.
So I think it might be something that is a little bit more straightforward.
Right. So I submitted the papers to my lawyers, and they're helping to file that for me because I'm not that familiar with it, and I don't want to file the wrong thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's what I'm doing pretty much right now,
Yeah.
I'll call tomorrow and see what the latest is with that, but that's kind of where I'm at,
Okay. And I have a guy that is going to be in the area. He said he may be going back to Jacksonville. I may have him try again, but this.
And with the cash, like what when you guys tried to do the cash thing,
he didn't pick up. He didn't open the door. But I think that where we went wrong, there was a police officer that was there, and he might have saw the car, and just didn't want to open and get in trouble. But I'm gonna send my guy back out without anybody. That was our transaction. I think you spoke to Deandra, and I don't know if they end up going with the cop car or something. Additionally, I probably wouldn't have done that. I would have just went kind of by myself. But my guy's gonna be in the area. I'm gonna have him try again. Okay. Tell me what's going on with that other one. That was the one that I was still interested in.
Listen, it's back open, man. If you want it.
Okay, so that other contract fell through, huh?
Contract, yeah, they didn't have the finances, whatever. It's, it is.
Was it at the right price though?
Huh?
Was it at the right price though?
Well, the price, they wanted it a little lower as well. So, I think it was a combination of the two, to be honest with you.
Well, you remember where I came in at. I came in at 40. I know you wanted more. You wanted more, something closer to 60. And I think that if you got that, and I think I told you, like, the reason my offer was lower than the rest is because we make offers that we know we can close on. We make them at the right price based on the situation, comps and condition, right? And I feel like so many other people, they're gonna come in here, they're gonna promise the world to you and can't close. So I mean, if you want to get this done, and I know you do, how can we make this work? I want to get this under contract and actually close for you.
Right. The thing is, I owe 51, right, on it. So I mean, tell me for 40. I bought it for 40 in 2017. I mean, if you look at the history,
Yeah.
Selling for 40 now when I'm upside down.
Definitely smelling blood. He told me.
Hello, man. I see what's going on, man. I already see it, man. He's circling them right now.
Makes sense. Well, look, I don't want you to be underwater. Like, I don't want you to have to bring money to the table. If I knew that was a number that you needed to be at, I could see if I can make that work. You know what I mean? I mean, you're at 51. I mean, you might not walk away with a bunch, but at least you can get this off your plate. You're not paying taxes on it. You're not open to lawsuits and insurance and all that stuff.
Exactly. So I wouldn't mind offsetting it, even if it makes a little profit. I was hoping for 60. If it'll come a little lower, then let's see what we can do. But I mean, you understand where I'm coming from. 51 is what I owe. 51.7 is what I owe.
51.
So it's like, if I can't. 40 is like,
Right. No, for sure. Look, 40 doesn't work. I mean, I'm not, we're not going backwards here. I mean, damn, 50, 52. Like, would you be open to selling it for what you owe on it?
And just what would be the incentive for me though?
No taxes, no insurance. You're cashing out, no headache of the property.
I mean, it's just, it's tax and insurance are minor, it's not much. And, I mean, the benefits, I mean, granted, I can't get it as a write-off right now, but of course, All
right. So let's do this.
Because putting money into it myself. And just wholesaling and just selling it retail, burring it myself. You know what I mean? Like I just put a little money into it and then sell it retail in a few months. And just get the full equity off it. And I think about doing that, but So I was thinking about that, like when, and I get it, I understand. You, of course, you want the low margins, you know, the ARV, all that stuff, right? So I get it. And then I think to myself, why don't I just hold on to this? Maybe it's just fine. I don't know. Just hold on to it. Short-term, loan or whatever, or, or high interest loan, short-term, put some money into it, fix it up, sell it for retail, and just be done with it.
Right. But you knew that you wanted to get rid of this, right? You wanted to get this off your plate.
Yeah, I did. But like, I'm having hiccups and I get it, like where like people want to come in with low offers, and I get it,
So how about this?
I just think maybe just hold on to it.
How about we put this under contract at $55K? Give me a pretty short due diligence. You know what I mean? I know I had a guy go by and take a picture, but I didn't see my contractor. I didn't talk to my agent about it because, once right after you took the pictures, you were under contract. Let me try to make this work at 55. Let me see if I can make it happen. And then, if it does, great. If it doesn't, I'm gonna let you know real quick so that you can move on with your next, next plan, next step with it, whatever you want to do.
Send me a contract.
Okay.
No. The thing is, just know this though, right? With this title company, it's owned in LLC and land trust. I mean, I'm the owner. I have the paperwork behind it. So the only thing I wanted was that, like, for the when we close, I'm barely gonna get anything. So I mean, the small amount that I'll get, just if that check can be written in my name instead of the LLC's name, or the land trust, being that I'm the owner behind it, if it's possible,
Yeah.
And I have the full paperwork. I have everything.
Oh, for sure. And all it is,
in my name.
We'll give instructions to the closing attorney, and they'll make it happen. Like that. There's no issue. Yeah.
Okay. Good. So that'll work. The other thing is this: what's the likelihood that we can close on Wilcox and move forward? Like, I can have both of them moving off my hands, and what's the likelihood of that?
Well,
of how soon that can happen.
I do have a little bit of concerns with it. The thing is, all right. So there's two things here. I want to get somebody over there to actually talk to the tenant. No cops involved. Offer them a little bit of cash, go and take pictures, understand what's going on with the property. The issue, the thing that I see is like there was like water running from the home. Like my guy looked under the house and it was like an active like water. He said it was just water gushing from under the house. That's concerning at the price that we have it under contract for. But I want to see like fully what we're looking at, and then be able to get you the offer. And you know me, I'm a straight shooter. I'm gonna let you know what's going on. I'm gonna tell you, like, once we check it out, hey, we can move forward. We can close this out within as soon as title's ready at this price, and then it'll be your decision. Hey, let's move forward or not.
Right.
So let me work on let me work on getting somebody in there.
I want to aggressively get this stuff like done, and I'll be completely straight with you as well.
Yeah.
I still have their contact information, and they keep calling me. 75. I know for you, obviously, you have your interest in my interest. Obviously, if you're in my end, you would take that 75 if you can't close,
Oh, so for sure, but and I'm gonna let you out of it. And
they probably do the what's that?
I would let you out of it if we couldn't make it work. But just like you had that contract on this one, and then they backed out after doing their due diligence, try to get it lowered. I mean, that's probably what would be happening with that 75K. Like the home, we buy houses at as is value. We're gonna pay you what it's worth based on comps and condition all day. We're not gonna try to get over on you. So I'm gonna give you a straight offer that's gonna work. That's gonna work in the market. And at the end of the day, it's gonna sell at what the market can bear, right? And so once we actually get a feel for the real as is value for the property, that's where we're gonna make the offer. And anybody else that's gonna make an offer higher than that, they probably are retail and it would have to go on the market anyway. So, this is one of those deals that you need the investor to come in and take it down. So let's do this. I'm gonna send my guy back over there. No cops, no nothing else. He's gonna make.
Cash, I'll tell you, man. Done.
Okay. I mean, look, I wish I was if I was in Jacksonville, I would pull up, no problem. But I think the person that we had out there, he didn't, put on his problem solving skills. I like to say, look, you whatever obstacle is in your way, you run that shit over, right? You get in there, you figure it out. And I think that everybody don't think like that. And I think that bringing the cops there was like the wrong idea. But I will make sure that we give it one more shot with cash and try to get this dude out without any legal jury, judge, all that stuff.
Yeah, because this legal thing is going to take a long time. They got to file and all that stuff, man.
Exactly.
Get him out.
Okay, I'm on it. Look, I'm gonna send this offer over $55K. Let's get this locked up. Let's move forward, and then I'm gonna work on Wilcox. I'll have an answer for you by the end of this weekend, if not top of next week.
Let's close out.
All right, let's get it done.
Listen, my birthday is this month. Like, I don't even know if by the end of this month we can have this done.
Oh, hey, look, let's do it. Is it at the end of the month? Like, my son's birthday is on the 25th of February. When's yours?
Right. Mine's the 20th. My mom's the 19th.
Nice. Okay. That's a little tight window, but we're going to try to make it work. I mean, if I can get in there, we get on the contract, get title going. Yeah.
2 months. I mean, have some money in my pocket. You guys have 2 assets.
All right.
Fix up, sell for retail, make a ton of money off both.
Let's do it.
Let's get this thing done.
Okay.
I like aggressively. Let's every day make it count.
All right.
And let me know, man. I'm trying my best to move forward. I really want to move forward, and I want to be quick. I want to march. I want to.
All right. Hey, let's get it going. I'm with you. I'm right there with you. All right, bet.
Let's do it.
All right.
Keep in contact with me. Send me the contract, and I'll sign it.
All right, let's go. Let's do it.
All right, man.
All right. For sure. Peace.
Yo, bro.
Hey.
Yeah, hold on, bro. I'm weak. I gotta tell you why I'm so weak right now, man. Great call. First and foremost, man, great call. All right, you really in your bag right now.
Hey.
I don't know what you got going on, man. But you in your bag right now. You in your bag right now. My guy. Well, you know what button we need on the soundboard as I was listening to his call?
What's that?
We need that Jello tweaker, man, because my man. All right.
Yo, lying, bro. All right, and
my man is tweaked out, bro.
I told Vanessa the same thing after the last time I spoke to her. I spoke to him, but then when the next time I called him, like he was at work. I could tell.
He functional,
in the
bro.
Background, like
he wanted them functionals, man. He wanted them functionals, man. He wanted them functionals. Because the way he moving on the phone, I'm like, damn, he talking like he need this money for something, like right this second, bro.
Right, and it ain't this.
For real.
It ain't that. It's something else.
Nah, he on that booger sugar, man. Brandon, break down that call for us, man. Yeah. What were you thinking? What was going on? Dope call, man.
Yo, so this guy got 2 properties. They're in Jacksonville. One I think is rougher than the other one. That one has the squatter in it, and I'm gonna tell y'all about that because I think we could have handled that a little differently. But the other one is actually a little bit more solid condition. And he wanted 60. I offered 40 because I felt confident at that number. And I told him straight up, look, they might promise you the world and tell you what they'll buy it for. I was really trying to get both of them in a contract, but they won't be able to close. And that's exactly what happened. And so when he called back worrying about this one, I knew that he didn't move forward on the other one. And so
you caught that early.
Too. I was like, look, we're gonna call this dude and get the other one in the contract. And so like that was my main goal for even talking about it. But when you're dealing with squatters, like you can make it happen, but you gotta be ready to get in there and handle it yourself.
Brandon, talk about what you hold on, because I look, squatters is coming up a lot these days. There's a lot of no judgment. It's a lot, I got a couple professional squatters in my family. All right. It's a lot of professional squatters. They got courses on how to squat out here these days.
Oh yeah.
All right. So how would you deal with the squatter situation? Like, what would you do?
Yeah. I mean, I would really approach it, me, myself, and try to deal with that person directly, deal with the squatter directly. I mean, if you really need to feel more comfortable, bring an extra person with you. If you got a strap, be strapped, right? Strap up. Be ready. but deal with them directly. That's the fastest way because the eviction process takes so long.
Yeah.
Even in Florida, there's like this other like document process that you could do that's prior to eviction. That shit still takes long, and it's $300 to file.
Yeah.
I forgot what it's called. I think it's called the unlawful detainer
Unlawful
complaint.
detainer. Yeah.
And that's $300 to file.
Yeah.
And
It's
what
time
we
consuming.
did. Let me just tell you this. So the first time we sent our guy Paul, one of the students, and he went. So a tenant opened the door, talked to him, but didn't want to let him come in. But I hadn't told him about, hey, taking some cash with you. So he didn't present him that option. And then the second time, our transaction coordinator, shout out to D, she sent somebody else, an actual, boots on the ground, but they came with some cops. And
the boots on the ground came with cops.
Yeah, I don't know who
you can't. All right. So rule of thumb. If you show up to a house with squatters with cops, they never coming out.
Hell no.
They never going to come out.
They're gonna run the other way. And then the crazier part about it in the note, it was like, yeah, they knocked on the door and it kind of opened, but the cop didn't want them to go in. I'm like, what?
See, if it was me there, if I was there solo, no police, crack on the door, it's a squatter, I'm entering the facility.
In there.
I'm going
like
inside.
Swimwear.
Yeah. But here's the thing y'all got to understand with dealing with these squatters. All right. Like if I'm hitting a building that's got a squatter, I'm coming and I'm just telling y'all for me, I'm not telling you what to do.
Right.
For me, I'm coming in the door aggressively.
Yes.
All right. I'm announcing my presence loudly, like I might be the police. All right. And I'm coming in the door. I'm announcing I got something on my hip. All right. Usually they be in the cracks and crevices of the houses, man. Brent, I'm going through a house one time. It's like 10 years ago. I'm walking through it. Knew there was a squatter in there. Bro, I'm walking up the stairs, going to the crack of the door when the door's half open. It's got that crack.
Yeah.
I just see an eyeball, man. Looking through I had to push the door on him, bro. I had to put the weight on. It's either me or you, bro. I'm like, what you want to do, bro? It's me or you. But here's how y'all got to handle these squatters, man. Here's what I'm telling them every time. I'm like, look, bro, I'm trying to give you some money to get out of my way.
Exactly.
All right. I know you're in here squatting. I'm getting ready to buy the property. It's going to be my property, and I'm buying it whether you're in here or not.
Exactly.
I'm going to move you out of here. And if I got to take 3 months, man, to do that with the sheriff, I'll do that. But I'm going to be over here every day giving you problems. All right. And you don't want to have no problems with me. I don't want to have any problems with you. All these vacant houses in this neighborhood, I'm going to be honest, man. Take this couple $100 from me and go cop a squat in another one. All right. But it ain't going to be this one. And if I come over here, because what they do is they leave during the day. Brand, I'm gonna be honest when I tell them. I'm telling them straight up. If I come over here and you ain't here, I'm gonna throw your shit out.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Make a decision. You can take some money from me. We can agree on something right now. I'll give you some time to go find another place to squat in. But let's be honest. You're not supposed to be in here. Let's get something worked out. Or I'm gonna keep coming over here and checking. And when I see you not in here, man, I'm gonna move your stuff out. Because this is me though, not telling y'all to do this. Because I'm like, what you gonna do? Call the police?
You gotta get that disclaimer. Exactly.
You know? But I'm coming in there 6'3", with the holster showing. All right.
You gotta act like you on a trail and you see a mountain lion or some shit.
Yeah,
like, get loud, get big, you know what I mean? Hella aggressive. I mean,
if y'all coming on there, if y'all coming in them squatter houses, how y'all be on the morning call sometimes? The coaching, let's be real. It's a safe space here at the U, man. Y'all all timid. Y'all talking about being scared to ask a question. If you scared to ask a question on a coaching call, bet not be going dealing with no squatter, man. All right, bet not. All right, let's keep rolling, man.
Yeah.
Hey, Brandon, real good call.
Reset real quick. What's the next one? I think there was one Jennifer Lidleck.
Yeah, that's what I'm calling right now.
Okay, that. Look, if you're just pulling up, Closing Conversations, we're here every Tuesday and Thursday. Tuesday at 12 p.m., noon Eastern, Thursday at 5. And we're talking to leads, getting leads, a lot of times from the U. Some of them are our own. And a lot of these leads are coming from offerbolt.io. If you haven't checked it out, definitely go over to the website and check it out. And you can get some of these leads and opportunities. Come here, hear how we talk to sellers, and go out and do it yourself and make money in real estate. So shout out to y'all for being here.
Hey, shout out to the U fam, man. Yeah, look, man. Anybody who know me for real. They know to this day, man. I keep gloves in the whip. All right, I keep gloves in the whip. I got the gloves with the knuckles. So, like May said, man, I want all the smoke, man. Hookah smoke, cigarette smoke. I want all the smoke. All right, because I want the deal, and they know they're not supposed to be there. They know that. All right, let's get this call in. We're calling Jennifer. I'm gonna let you kind of hold down. I'm pulling up a little bit of comps while you're on that call and start looking through this. So we got sellers asking 180K. ARV seems to be 223. Trying to get it around 170. Let's see if we can get shaken.
San Antonio. I like it.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Let's try her again.
We got a new one submitted.
All right, I'm gonna try her again one last time, and I got another one too.
Okay.
All right, let's keep rolling. No answer on her. I got another one in here I need to hit up. Let me.
I had to get that Barry Hatcher dude up out of here. I don't think he ever answering.
Yeah, I'm gonna try him again. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna call this Duvall. I think is how you say this name. I don't want to. Hopefully, I'm not gonna say it incorrectly when I call. But let's see. This is from Miss Deborah.
Mr. D.
All right, Miss Deborah. Yeah, shout out to Miss Deborah, man. All right, Miss Deborah is really in her bag working.
Mm-hmm.
I see what you got going on. All right, I see what you got going on.
Yeah, let me find out.
Let's see. All right, I don't know if this is a good lead or not, Miss Deborah. I'm going based on what you sent in the first sentence, but we're gonna look into this. She says, Brandon, not many comps in the area, but was the same with one Brandon just called. I submitted. No MAO. What's that, Brandon?
It's not pulling up in Zillow. Zillow link ain't working.
Let me see if I can find it.
It's in batch. All right. All right, I got it in batch.
All right.
Where's this at? So
I got it up to offer bolt too. It's a good looking house.
Yeah.
Let me see what's going on with it.
Look, they're selling around 260.
Yeah, let me try to make a run at this.
Yeah. He bought it at 180.
Said he bought it at 180. When he buy it?
2021. Bought it at 181.
All right. See what you kind of come up with MAO wise. If it's in decent condition, it's got to be. This could be a good innovation. Let's see.
Yeah, I think so. But it's not gonna find enough spread.
I think it's Davao. Let me try that.
Hello?
Hey, Davao, this is Chris. You've been speaking with Deborah about Two Lake Circle. Wanted to connect with you on it.
Yes, Chris. Is it okay if we connect tomorrow?
Yeah, sure, man.
Actually,
What time are you thinking?
this evening, I'm just reading my case right now.
No worries, man.
Unless you call me after 1 hour, or okay, we can connect tomorrow.
All right, I'll give you a shout to tomorrow. What's a good time range to try to you?
So I'm here in Atlanta, so you can call me afternoon between 1 to 5.
All right, cool, man. Well, enjoy.
I might call.
Okay.
Yeah, Brandon in my office might give you a call, man. Enjoy the fam, and we'll give you a shout tomorrow, man.
Sure.
All right, bye. All right, we'll circle back up with him.
I know how your late afternoon schedule get a little crazy.
Yeah, true. True. All right, I'm gonna put a note on that.
I got time to find another one. There was a 2 that I didn't pick up. This past time. These Birmingham houses, man, be so dang. Bro.
Birmingham, man. Do you love Birmingham? All right, I told you the story. The U loves Birmingham, but the U has been in Birmingham so much the last couple of years. I feel like I need a key to the city with a bolt on it, man. That's how I feel. All right, that's how I feel. All right, let me see what else we got. I know we're covering a lot of what I think that's all the livelies, man, we had.
Yeah. These 2, the David Jackson, and then
what about Chay? Chay on that list, right above Ronald.
Oh, that was who I just spoke to. That was the tweaker.
Yeah, let me try this one guy, man. I've been trying to catch him again, and haven't been able to get him going. What is this? All right, let me try this Rivaldo guy again, man. This dude be acting like he busier than the president, bro.
Right. Between that, Patricia or David Lass.
All right. Let's see. I think this guy coaches basketball in the evening, so we might be catching him at bedtime again. But let me give him a holler.
leave your message for 757.
This guy. All right, 1 second.
Thanks, Malone.
Hey, this is Chris, man. I know we've been playing phone tag. You coaching right now?
Oh man, my son game, man. Let's do this. Let's talk tomorrow morning about 11, okay?
All right, how many your son got though, Rivaldo?
0 right now. We sitting on the donut.
All right, man. Y'all about to win it though.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll holler at you tomorrow, man. All right. I don't know if it's every time I get this guy, he on a basketball court. I don't know if he must have played in the NBA or something. I'm not sure. All right, this guy is always
gym junkie.
Always, man. Always. Said the squad had a donut, man.
Hopefully it's some young kids, boy.
I meant to tell him he might as well just talk to me if they got a donut, bro. All right, man. You got another one on your way? You want to try to hit?
Yeah, I could try one back.
Got a little bit of time. I feel like we had some really good calls today.
Yeah.
And definitely been getting it in today, man. And making it happen. Shout out to everybody in here rocking with us. All right. Shout out to everybody in here that maybe isn't in the U family. If you're not in the U family, all right, it's a secret society. All we ask is trust. All right, go to askchrisjefferson.com. Check out the video on there. Tap in with Brandon. All right, over on IG. Shoot him a DM. He can tell you a lot about the U also. Brandon, you want to try one more? I know it's 6:50. We can try one more. I know we're cutting up on time.
Okay.
Maybe we can try one more before we jump up out of here.
Yeah. I got somebody that replied to me. I got 2 of them, but I could just find this one right now. Leonard Bennett. Did I spell it right? Leonard. Let me just call him right here.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not a... Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Come on, Leonard. Let me try him for my cell real quick. Let's see if he picks up. 7159.
Your call has been forwarded.
All right. That's not the one. Give me one more. Let me try Susan.
Mm-hmm.
4025.
Your call has been forwarded to voice.
This is one. I think Offerbolt was texting her husband, but it's her father's property, an estate. She's ready to sell now. But we missed each other the other morning.
All right, let's see what we can get.
Hey, Miss Susan, how's it going?
Pretty good.
Good. This is Brandon. I know we were playing phone tag a little bit the other day about Circle Drive.
Okay.
Wanted to see if I could catch you now, if this is a decent time.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So I know you mentioned that, you guys were, getting to a point where you are starting to look for offers, you're ready to sell. Have you started that process yet? Are you doing inspection showings, anything like that?
We are.
Okay. What were you hoping to get for the home?
Somewhere around 200,000.
200. Got it. Did you have?
We do know that it's an older house. It does need some repairs.
Yeah.
Some updating.
Was there? So I like to categorize it in two ways. Like, homes that are older that need some repairs and updates. Like that's one thing. Or just updates. Does it also need repairs? Like, is there something that like fundamentally needs to be fixed, or is it just like stuff that's like outdated and could be updated?
Well, there's things like carpet needs to be replaced, painting and stuff. I would imagine somebody would want to remodel the kitchen. We're not sure when the roof was put on. So, you probably want to check that.
Mm-hmm.
But, that kind of thing.
Okay. It looks like you guys got a nice little lake in the neighborhood.
Yeah, it's a nice area and a wonderful view of the lake.
Okay. So at this point, I'm sure, you've had a bunch of people reaching out for a while. I'm one of those folks. I'm super interested. I love the area. I think that there's a lot that we can do with the property. Have you gotten any offers that you like so far?
Well, we're expecting an offer from another company in the next couple of days. And I've got a couple other people that we're talking to.
Got it. Did they come by and see it already?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any recent photos?
I do have some photos that we took and sent to a company. So yeah, we do have photos.
Okay. Is it a chance that you could send those to me?
I guess so, yeah.
Okay. I think you're in a decent ballpark. I've seen some that are sold as is a little less. Like, my gut was saying I wanted to be around 175.
Okay.
In this area, just kind of based on some of the comps. Is that even an outside possibility that you guys would consider that?
Yeah, I think it's worth you taking a look at it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's something we would talk about.
Okay, so yeah, let's do that. My office is in Chamblee, so Hampton's a little south, but I do have to go by Jonesboro in the coming days.
Okay.
So I could even come by and check it out. Do you know if there's gonna be a time that y'all are gonna be there?
We're here quite a bit unless we go out to the store or dinner or something. So I know we'll be here, this tomorrow and the weekend and next week.
Okay. So
do you know what day you're going to be in the area?
So I got to call them back. We got a property that is actually also was probate, and the executor. I bought the first house. My wife listed the second house, and then the third one, his brother lives there. We were supposed to close on it, and then he decided that he didn't want to get out, the brother. And so we need to go by. It's crazy. Yeah. I need to go by and verify that he's actually out so we can close on Monday or Tuesday. So I was going to drive down there potentially tomorrow. If not, I could push it to Saturday and just like set it for a time that you guys will be at this property.
Okay. Well, we'll be here. So if you want to
tomorrow,
just check me. Yeah, tomorrow and Saturday. So if you want to just check with me when you're available to come this way or the possibility of coming this way, then yeah, we'll work it out. Okay.
So I know that we're talking kind of the same ballpark, and you guys have and are expecting a few other offers. I'm wondering if there's a number that I could potentially hit that would have you wanting to do business now, without even waiting for, offers to come in and shop around and all that good stuff.
I don't know. If you want to give us 200,000. That would probably be a number, but I don't want to make any. I don't know exactly the wording, but I don't want to make any promises when you haven't even seen it yet. So
makes sense. And I do the same thing. Even when we're selling properties, people make us crazy offers. And I say, look, you got to come to the property first. The pictures can show a lot, but I also kind of want to get down there and like know that I'm spending my time wisely. So like, would you have like a limit and like, hey, we're going to accept offers up until some date and move forward, or how open are you going to keep this?
Yeah, I mean, we're fairly open. We don't have a cutoff or anything. My father passed away a year and a half ago. You're talking about having to get somebody out. I have a younger brother that was living here that we had to get out of the house so that we could get it ready to sell. So I definitely understand where you're coming from with that. So, but
it happens.
He's been out for several months now, and so we're able to start, we've been working on getting all the knickknacks and all that stuff out of the house. So we're pretty much down to mostly furniture. And then my dad had a wood shop, a working shop out in the garage area. And so we're still working on, we've been, kind of moving stuff in there to get it staged away, out of the main part of the house.
Mm-hmm. Got it. Well, look, I like to tell folks, especially in these situations, like, the benefit of working with investors, especially one like myself, is, you take what you want, you leave what you don't. Right. And so we'll pick it up to where, you guys move out everything that you want. And then, you can leave the rest as is. You can leave that to me and my team. We'll come through, we'll clean it up, we'll get it ready, and do what we need to do to it. So, I know oftentimes like, you'll want to go back to the property and keep putting in hours and working through it, but you don't have to clear it out. Like my offer is going to be, 0 closing costs, no commissions. We'll close on your timeline usually as soon as title's ready, and just take the stuff that you want. You don't have to even clear it out. And so I'm looking forward to giving you that type of offer. I think, like I said, that's kind of where my ballpark is right now, and I could probably hold pretty firm to it. But I'm looking forward to meeting with you guys and checking it out in person.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
So do you still want me to send you some pictures, or you're just going to come and look at it?
Send me some photos if you have it available, like where you could just, text this number. That'll help me really kind of have great clarity kind of on where my number is going to be. And then I can give you a call back, and then set that time to stop by.
Okay. So just text them to this number?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
If you want an email, I can send you my email if that's easier.
Okay. Well, if you want to text me your email,
okay,
you can text my number, your email, and then I can email them to you. I have several, so I'll send you several of them, several pictures.
Perfect. Good deal. Well, look, I appreciate you taking the time. I know we missed each other the other day, but I'm looking forward to meeting with you. And like I said, I've kind of been in the situation that you guys are in, and I want to kind of get this wrapped up so it's easy, straight to closing. You don't have to worry about anything, and get you guys a number that you can live with.
Okay, I have a quick question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Did I have you as? I think I had you as Casey instead of Brandon.
Yes, that's one of my team members. The bot.
Want to make sure I knew.
Yeah.
I thought I was talking to Casey.
Yeah, no, but
with the Mighty Estate.
Correct. Yeah, okay. You got it.
All right.
Cool.
Sounds good.
Okay, I appreciate it, Ms. Susan.
I'll get, if you'll text me your email, I'll send pictures over.
Okay, perfect. Good deal. All right, thank you. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye. Cool.
Hey, that's a good call, man. You in your bag today. Look, you know what it is, man? You got to know you hoop. Yeah, you a hooper. I used to hoop, right? It's like when somebody got the hot hand, you got to feed the rock.
There you
go. You got to feed the rock, man.
There you go.
Georgia, I told you, man. That's what I've been telling you all week, man. Georgia is your bag.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to keep infiltrating Georgia.
Yeah.
All right, taking it over, man. Break us down, kind of thought process on that call, and what you're doing.
So, because based off the initial text, she had already let me know that she got multiple people coming over. Because she had the brother that she was trying to get out, she just started reaching back out to everybody that had been hitting her up. We pulled this record. It had to have been well over a year ago, but it was in my OfferBolt account. And so the bot, Casey, been messaging her and following up since. And so this is a super old record. And she finally is like, hey, we're ready to go. We're hitting up everybody. So I know it's a lot of competition, so I didn't want to anchor too low.
Sure.
But I can easily see an as-is sell like 180, another one at 197. So I came in pretty close to that under, but I feel like when I go there, I'm probably going to squeeze her a little bit more, like 165, maybe 170.
Yeah. Because all right, so let's break this down before we go, because I think this is super important. Because these are some real scenarios, right, that you guys are going to be out here running into.
Oh, yeah.
So you got a seller, and she's a long-term follow-up. She's finally at the point of being really ready to sell. So she's one of those sellers that, like, back in the day, Brandon, like when I first started, the sellers would go in the kitchen drawer and grab all the postcards and call everybody on those postcards and have them come out, look at the house over a couple of weeks. And so what a lot of people will try to do in a scenario like this is they'll try to like overly press in and try to grab the deal. But she developed a level of comfortability with you throughout that call. She brought up looking at the property a couple of times. That's got to be an active listening thing, guys, where you realize the seller's saying that because that's going to make her more comfortable. Brandon picks up on that, starts talking about coordinating the time to come out and take a look at it. And so people like that, and I know what you're doing here, Brandon, is you can hold the offer and trying to wrap it up on paper until you go out to the property. And then you save the negotiations for that time as well. Like, so you could have negotiated on the phone right now, but it's easy for her to just blow you off, go with somebody else, kind of get you out of her face because she's got options. But when you're right there at the property, still standing in the credibility, really building around that, we know some of those people are wholesalers, I'm sure.
Oh, 1,000%.
You know, so you have contract with you guys on site. You know, sometimes when you're feeling strong, you have it in your hand. When you're not, keep it in the car. But the goal is to like get that negotiation done on site, get it under contract on site. And the other real thing, real quick, is, guys, it's super important to pay attention. And what Brandon just said is so critically important. He recognizes that the person's taking multiple bids, you know, is looking for the best deal possible. So that means you got to go in with your best offer possible. Your best offer possible is going to be usually a little tighter. It's going to be a 5-10K spread. But why that works so well going in at that 5-10K spread is because 9 out of 10 of the people coming out there, like most of y'all probably would be doing, unfortunately, they're trying to hit 20, 30, $40,000 assignment fees. And the only real competition you have if you tighten your MAO window is only the true direct buyers that are buying off market. But that's usually pretty slim. And it's usually going to be other wholesalers that are out there. So getting tight on your MAO window and your spread, going for 5 or 10,000, and just getting deals done, a single hit or a bunt, good business, man. So Brandon, that's skillful. That speaks to your experience. So shout out to you on that, man. But I feel like we had a good run today.
Oh yeah, that was a hell of a run. Hell of a run. And I've said this a lot of times. A lot of people are always trying to look for the home run, but singles and doubles pays the bills, man. And look, we're in the volume business. At least me and Chris are. You know, I know we're trying to deal after deal after deal. So you know, you close that window, and who knows, you might be able to squeeze it to a quick 15 or 20, right? But at least I'm in the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%, man, 100%. Nah, great time today. Go ahead.
One more thing. And this is a probate lead. I love probate leads. If you guys are in your market, and you can go down to the county or figure out how to do it online, those leads are the best because I know she's selling without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah, she's
guessing.
She's selling.
She's getting sold, right? And so it's always going to be outdated home because it's inherited, right? So plenty of spread, plenty of room. And those are the ones that I'm willing to go on appointments for. You know what I mean? We'll do virtual all day and night. But like if I can, feel like I got a little bit of relationships and credibility, I can go there and really dig in on that and get a better deal. Like I'll go to that appointment all day of the week.
100%, man. 100%, man. Nah, good stuff. Tiff said it's about to be over, man. You know how we rock on Tuesdays and Thursdays, man. Y'all make sure y'all tap in with us. All right, Tuesdays at 12 p.m. EST, Thursdays at 5 p.m. EST. We're utilizing a tool called OfferBolt. We've developed that tool and software for our community members to have an opportunity to utilize AI to literally go out and talk to homeowners, only find the ones that are interested in selling. So you're not having to do a bunch of cold calling and getting cussed out. You're not having to knock on doors, hang up bandit signs on Friday nights. We're using the power of the internet and a piece of software that can work for you while you're at work, while you're at your kid's game, like Rivaldo was the seller we called earlier. So guys, if you're not tapped in with us, askchrisjefferson.com. Again, askchrisjefferson.com, or tag in with Brandon on IG, shoot him a DM, ask about the community and what we've got going on. Shout out to the U family, man, that's in the room and showed up with us, kicked it with us today. We appreciate y'all. It's always a blast making these calls, man. Brandon, you want to let people know where to find you, man, and where they can tap in with you?
Yeah, on all social at IMB Barnes, right here on YouTube, Similar Offers with Brandon Barnes. Appreciate y'all for being here. As you guys see, talking to people, creating opportunity. I got a few offers to send at the end of the night, and that's how we do it, right? The more you do that each and every week, the greater the chances that you are something getting signed and you improving your opportunity to get a deal done. That last lead, that was the KC bot. Like that was OfferBolt in action. I ain't spoke to that lady in a year and a half since she's been in my system. Talked to her today, got an appointment tomorrow, and I feel like it's a deal. Probably 10, 15 bands. So shout out to OfferBolt, man.
No doubt, man. Hey, you want to answer this question for Brad? I've been seeing Brad. I've been getting alerts today. All right. Shout out to Brad White. I've been seeing alerts pop up on my phone today of some emails with Brad and the team. I think he's either in the challenge he just got in today, or he's trying to decide if he wants to get in. Brad, I don't know what you're waiting on, man. All right, I don't know what you're waiting on. You want to answer this for Brad, man?
Yeah. Look, hey, that's what we're doing this for, because a lot of the students in the U, they're doing deals in multiple states. We can actually work with you. And, if you get it under contract, we could be a handoff partner for you and get that deal closed virtually with boots on the ground in any market, any major market. We're looking for single family homes, right? But part of the program, the handoff partner program, is right here in the U. It's this community that we're working with, you guys. We have dispositions to be able to sell deals in multiple markets. But, even if you weren't in the U, right, there's a way that it can be done through your kind of virtual, your boots on the ground, and you can get things sold with folks that are actually doing deals in the market that you're marketing in. But we're doing it right here in the U, right here live on this call Tuesdays and Thursdays as well.
100%, man. 100%. Guys, we'll see you on Tuesday, 12 p.m. EST. We appreciate you being here. Make sure to hit like, share, subscribe. Hey, let somebody know we're doing this every Tuesday and Thursday and tell them to pop through. Hey, listen, if you're in the U family, morning meetup call tomorrow morning, all right, 8:30 a.m. EST. All right, don't meet me there, man. Beat me there. I'll see y'all in the morning. Peace, y'all.
Peace.